Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is me, your favorite Caucasian snow bunny. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not white, but that's what you guys think I am, but I'm not. But anyway, I know I've been away for like a long time. It's only been like 4 or maybe 5 months, which I guess is a long time. But this video could get no views at all, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm not here for views and subscribers. I'm just not here for that. I like getting things off my chest that black people don't like to talk about, or they like to pretend like it doesn't exist, right? So a topic that we don't usually talk about in the black community is the fact that black women are hypocrites. Okay, I know that's harsh, that's kind of mean, but I don't care. It's the truth. Black women are hypocrites, right? Black women get on the internet all day, every day, and complain about colorism, right? But while they're complaining about colorism, they're also being colorist towards light skinned men, right? And let me say, you know, maybe you're watching this video and you don't care about this topic, or you think it's not important, or there's bigger issues. And yeah, there's definitely bigger issues. But to that, I have to say, it's like, hey, I'm personally sick of getting hatred for being attracted to dating, being attracted to light skinned men and dating light skinned men, right? I get a lot of hate online and in real life. Like every time I tell a black woman my preference, who I think is attractive, they're very upset by that, right? I don't think it's fair, right? Black women have made so many enemies because of her choice to only want to date black men, right? So even though black men, they're not reciprocating that, but you can't tell that to black women. They seem not to care, right? So it's like a lot of black women have made enemies with light-skinned women, light-skinned men, and other races of men, right? All because she wants to be loyal to the black man who doesn't even like her, all right? So before we get into this video, first off, I just want to let you know, if you're here for great editing skills, you should probably click off right now, because I'm not good at editing. All right, so there's that. Also, this video isn't to absolve black men of the colorism that they've been perpetuating in our community. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm not a fan of them, like in any way whatsoever. Okay, I personally stick with light-skinned men. That's just my preference. A lot of you guys don't know what preference is when it comes to a black woman having a preference, right? And also, I'm prepared for a lot of black women to come onto this video and act like they have no clue what I'm talking about, right? The thing I've noticed about, the so-called most educated group of women in this country is that if they don't agree with what you're saying, they will act as if they don't understand what you're talking about. Right, in this video, it's not to bash black women, but hey, even if you are offended and you feel like I'm bashing you, you're not going to come over here and fight me. So get over it, okay? I'm also prepared to argue with everybody that makes a comment on my video, because that's what you guys love to do. Honestly, I love it when you guys disagree with me. It does something for me, okay? It's exciting for me. I don't know why. Right, God, that was a long introduction. So like I was saying, a topic in the black community that we don't discuss too often is black women who face colorism, right, while also being colorist to light-skinned men. Whether he is light-skinned with two black parents or a light-skinned biracial black man. Some of you don't agree with associating light-skinned to biracial people, which is confusing because something in this community is always changing, and it's very annoying, all right? I will go ahead and tell you the reason it's not talked about a lot, right? One of the main reasons is because it benefits black men, right? For black women to go around our community perpetuating stereotypes about light-skinned men, right? Black women being colorist towards light-skinned men, it ultimately benefits black men because he gets more options in our community, right? So if light-skinned women and dark-skinned women are both going around our community expressing their hatred for light-skinned men, it basically benefits dark-skinned men because he has both groups of women fighting over him, and he really like convinces us to attack light-skinned men. I won't say us because I'm not a part of that. I've never subscribed to that. Me personally, I don't have any issues with light-skinned men or light-skinned women. I just don't. If black women are so upset about colorism, I would think you would go to the person that started it, which obviously white people, slavery, okay, fine. But that was hundreds of years ago, right? So if you're upset about slavery right now, you would probably you'd have to talk to black men about that. But a lot of you guys won't do that. All right. So, it's like even though black men have made their preference known, you would think that dark-skinned women wouldn't be fighting over them because his preference is light-skinned women or non-black women. But for some reason, black women can't get that through their minds, right? All of those college degrees, right? Overly educated, but black women can't seem to understand that concept. Do you see this video right here? Read that title. That's a video on YouTube. You can go check it out. I didn't watch the whole thing because my attention span isn't that long. I think it's like an hour-long video, or maybe it's like 40 minutes, but go check out that video. And it really just talks about the hypocrisy, right? It's you going around the community crying and complaining that dark-skinned men don't like you because you're also dark-skinned, but then turning around and saying that you don't date light-skinned men because they're soft, they're pretty boys, and they're feminine. It's the same thing, and I'm surprised that people are having this conversation. I'm sure somewhere in our community it's being talked about, but not a lot, right? Black women cry about colorism while also being colorist. Okay, could you imagine going your entire life being degraded because of your skin tone? Could you imagine a life like that, right? Where your own race of people constantly bring up your skin tone and associate your skin tone to being masculine or feminine? Well, I guess black women can relate to that because black women have been experiencing that apparently since slavery, which is what I keep hearing. Everybody is so quick to say that everything is because of slavery, which I understand. It certainly is, but no one wants to acknowledge the fact that, why are these issues still present? Hundreds of years later, nobody ever brings that up. Complaining about colorism while also being colorist to light-skinned men is colorism, right? Is that what they call a double standard? Okay, now I would never come on here and disrespect black women, but sometimes we as black women, we need to be called out on our BS. Sometimes us black women need to be held accountable. Okay, I also think that the reason a lot of black women are displaying such a strong hatred for light-skinned men is because of the fact that she isn't really allowed to do the same thing towards light-skinned women, right? So it's not really about the fact that she hates light skin, right? Because if you're on the internet, black women are weirdly obsessed with a lot of light-skinned women. They love light-skinned women. They don't like light-skinned men, right? If you're being honest and if you're paying attention, I'm telling you, that is what's going on, right? So she's not allowed to be hateful towards light-skinned women, okay? Because she perceives, light skin to be better than dark skin. So she can't outright state her hatred for light-skinned women because that's what she really wants to do, but she can't because the community won't allow it, right? So instead of spewing hatred towards light-skinned women, she has to do it towards light-skinned men, and no one will bat an eye. Black men don't care about it because it benefits them. Light-skinned women don't care because she's dating dark-skinned men, so she can be hateful towards light-skinned men if she wants to. Okay, I love black women and I support black women, but for the most part, it's just such a hypocrisy and nobody's talking about it, right? I'm not sure how you can claim to have never dated a light-skinned man, but in the same breath you say that they're soft and pretty boys and they're feminine, how you completely hate them. That's weird. And I know a lot of you guys will say that I'm pulling this information out of my butt. I promise you I'm not. There's so many videos on YouTube and TikTok. There's posts on Facebook, Reddit, Lipstick Alley. There's so many internet forums where black women are completely, they're bashing light-skinned men. Okay. And, I will always say that I think dark-skinned men are jealous of light-skinned men, but I have to always also say that black women cry about colorism while also being colorists themselves. Like, you're a hypocrite. It's the same thing. A lot of the community, they don't see what you as a black woman are doing, but I see it. Okay. All of these videos bashing light-skinned men for no reason. Okay. A lot of black women are desperate to get with dark-skinned men. You want his stamp of approval, so you attempt to feminize light-skinned men because you want to show black men that even though he doesn't value you or want to date you as a black woman, it's like, hey, I'm still here. You can choose me even though I know you don't like me. Okay. It's like, hey, black man, I'm not choosing light-skinned men. I don't like them because I heard you say that they're pretty boys and they're feminine. So in order to impress you as a dark-skinned man, I'm going to shit on these black men. I'm going to shit on these light-skinned men. Right? I'm going to take every opportunity for everybody in our community to see me crapping on them for no reason, just to impress the dark-skinned man who doesn't even want me in the first place. And I just wish we could have an honest conversation about it, but we never will. There's no reason for you to have such a hatred towards light-skinned men, and I'm going to keep talking about it. I don't really care. Okay? I know you guys will come into my comment section and say it's because of slavery. I know. Slavery just has us so divided, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to keep saying that, okay? Most of us are starting to see the game that black women are playing. Yes, I am a black woman. The reason you're feminizing light-skinned men, it's an attempt to get dark-skinned men to value you, okay? It's not going to happen. It won't happen. I'm gonna let you know that. Okay. I think it's also an insecurity on black women's part, because if she admits that she's attracted to light-skinned men, somehow she has to also admit that light-skinned women are also attractive. Okay. There's so many posts. Look at this post. Y'all really like light-skinned men? Like, I'm being so serious. Look how they act. Someone said, if a man got on here and said they don't like dark-skinned women, people would be having a fit, and it's true. And we all know it. And it's sad. Oh, look at this one. Keke Palmer's baby daddy is the reason why we don't deal with light-skinned men. As if light-skinned men are the only ones, beating up black women. It's not true. That's crazy to even say that. We know that's not true. See, this person down here has it D. And if this was a dark-skinned woman, and this is why dark-skinned women be crying about colorism every other day and try to play victim. It's the truth, and we all know it. We all see what's going on. I think it's an insecurity on black women's part. I think she's insecure, so she has to be hateful for no reason. I won't be a part of it. You won't see me being a part of it in any way whatsoever. Now, there is a TikTok video I wanted to show you guys. I mean, there's so many TikTok videos. I just didn't feel like pulling them out of my butt, but I want you to see it. I muted the sound because I didn't want to get copyrighted or anything. I don't know how that works on YouTube, but there's a couple TikTok videos in here. I just want you guys to see it and listen to it, okay? Just watch it.
I can really say is a lot of women prefer dark skin or any type of skin besides light skin. Your type ain't light skin.
I mean, I really don't care.
You know my type is light skin.
Yeah, I really don't
But
care.
you don't have to be light, but okay, so I basically say that a dark skinned dude has never made me turn my head.
Racist.
I can't agree with that, though.
You want to know something that I've always noticed? As a dark-skinned woman, you're going to find that more light-skinned men are attracted to you than dark-skinned men. And I feel like it's kind of like an aspect of self-hate on the dark-skinned men part. Not saying, you can have your preferences and all that, but, light-skinned men will really sit up here and treat you like the baddest ever. And it's kind of crazy, the way they go crazy. They actually go, crazy. If you've ever seen a light-skinned man try to buy a dark-skinned woman, it's insanity. I feel like a big role, like a big part of it is the fact that light-skinned men are feminized and dark-skinned women are masculinized. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, walk with me here. Walk with me here. Like, due to dark-skinned women being masculinized, dark-skinned men who are already extremely masculinized to the point of brutality aren't, they're like, And then due to light-skinned women being extremely feminized to the point of, like, I don't know, like upholding womanhood, basically. Light-skinned men are like, So we kind of like are partners in crime in terms of like the spectrum of masculinization and feminization. So it's like, that's why that's why you see a lot of light-skinned male, dark-skinned female couples. The same way that you see a lot of light-skinned female, dark-skinned male couples. But it's just funny because the way it is for dark-skinned women, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. We experience so much anti-blackness, xenophobia, futurism, blase from our counterparts that it's like when a light-skinned man comes out of nowhere, he treats us like the ground walking. I'm not saying like every single one of them, but you're gonna have, as a dark woman, you're gonna have an experience with a light-skinned man like that. I promise you.
And if you're still not convinced that black women are being colorist towards light-skinned men unprovoked, all you have to do is look at the pasta and lobster thing that's going on with TikTok, right? If you're a divester and you only date white men, you look at a white man and you look at a biracial man, who has the lightest skin tone of them all? Obviously, it's white men. And we all know that. I'm just confused. I'm never going to not be confused, right? And it's gotten so bad that even other races of people are starting to feminize light-skinned men. Go on any corner of the internet where they're talking about Drake, and you will see different races of people feminizing him. That's how bad it has gotten right now. I love me some Drake. He's the best rapper, and a lot of black men are very, very jealous of him. Okay, he's the greatest rapper of the entire world. That's not what this video is about, but like, I love him so much. Anyway, okay, that's how bad it's gotten. I just feel like black women need to be called out on the hypocrisy. You're a hypocrite. And to the divestors, I've asked some divested women if they will date light-skinned men or biracial men. They say the same thing. Right now, they're divested, right? They're only dating outside their race. So you mean to tell me you as a black woman, you're going to date a white man and potentially have a biracial child, and you're calling biracial light-skinned men feminine and soft? What if you give birth to one? That's crazy. That's a wild thing to say. But anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and make this video. This video might not get any views, but it is what it is. I have questions. I'm confused as to why black women are so butthurt about being called dark skin and people talking about your skin tone, but you're going to do the same thing to light-skinned men. And the reason I don't talk about colorism when it comes to black women or dark-skinned women and light-skinned women is because that topic's been covered probably since slavery. We've been talking about that. There's so many channels that talk about that. I'm just not here to discuss it. I hope you liked the video. You probably are mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Black women are hypocrites. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Hopefully you liked the video. Don't be too mad at me in the comments. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.